Welcome to Velocity Banking Rentals, where my goal is to get 4 rentals with Velocity Banking to cash flow 10K a month. And so today I am going to show you what it looks like to do your work. And so here we go. My zip code, my buy box, first property here. All right, 1901 Branch Road. So what I do is I copy this address and then I put it here. I then go to how many days it's on market. So it's been out for 35 days. So that's came on the market on August 19. Put the price on the home there. Auto calculates the rest. I look at the picture. There's only this one picture, so I don't know the condition of it, so not much to write there. And then I go down, see if there's any other information about this. It was listed for sale actually in February, but also it was rented out last year for $22.75. So I do want to make a little note of that here. Rented for $22.75. Go down, down, down. All right, I love this here. It kind of gives you an idea of the comps of the neighborhood. So 205, 233, 234, not bad. Seems like it's priced a little high. School, I always check out this. I know this area really well, so the schools are not that bad there. All right, so the next thing I want to do is see what the market rent of this. So I go to Zillow Rentals, put in the address. It's not coming up, so I'm going to have to type it up. There it is. 901 Branch Road is not showing up for some reason. So let's see. Huh. All right, so this is not showing up for some reason. Oh, it's 1901 Branch Road. There you go. So that's why. 1901 Branch Road. There we go. Continue. Gives you the market summary. And so the rent estimate is 1931. So I'm going to put that right here. 1931. It's going to cash flow about 610 per month. So the yield right now for this, oh, I put in the wrong one. All right, so 1931 at 298. So negative cash flow, negative 7%. So, okay, done with that. Now move to the next property that I see. There's one right here for 169. It's not in my buy box. This is a 2-1, so I'll skip that. This is a 2-2. It's close, so I'm gonna take a look at this. So 808 South Perry. Copy and paste the address. It's been out for 10 days. So September 13, it's been out. So I love this little here. It tells you how many days it's been out on the market now. Let's check out the condition of the house. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Outside looks good. Inside looks actually pretty solid. Oh, looks like they kind of upgraded the kitchen at some point. Doesn't look terrible. Everything looks like there's carpet, but the carpet generally looks clean, which could be you just have to just shampoo it if you really need to. The backyard looks decent, so I would give it, actually this is not bad. I'd probably give it a A minus. Seems pretty turnkey. And then the price of the property is 169,000. So total cash $48,000. Not bad. Scroll down to see if any other information they provide. Sometimes on Zillow they do give you the rent, but this one does not. And it was also rented last year for a whopping $725. So let's make a note of that. Rented for $725. And then they're putting it on sale. The nice thing is they put it out on September 13, and then they lowered it about 3%. So that's good. So let's look at the comps of this. The neighboring house is 203, 231. Let's see, 203. This house. Oh, it's a 4-1, about 2,000 square foot. So that's why it's a little more expensive. So do some snooping around there. Now the next thing I want to do is get the market rent. So let's put that address in there. 808 South Perry. Continue. It's about 1532 for this. So rent 1532. Cash flow is about 150. Yield is 4%. All right. Okay, next. Next, you go back to my buy box to see what's out here. This one is a 3-2 for 234. It's not bad. Fits in my buy box here. So here we go. Let's copy this address. All right, it's been out the market it's been out for 308 days. Okay. So usually if in that kind of situation, I want to see down here what is happening with this. So listed for sale in 2023 November, price change. So there's definitely something going on with this. Very, very interesting. All right. So next thing I do is I do take a look at the inside. There is a 3D tour, but just for the sake of time, let's kind of scope out what the situation is and why it's been out for so long. Probably maybe a very unfinished basement a bit. There's a bathroom in there. Backyard seems decent. Interesting why it's been out for that long. But it's pretty solid inside. And then let's write down how much this is. 234,900. This one might be worth asking my team on the ground what is happening with this. So 308 days. I can't calculate that on top of my head, but 308 days on market. So let's check out the rent for this. $19.58 is the rent for this property. $19.58, which is going to only yield 1%. But this one intrigues me a little bit because of how long it's been out. Sometimes in the description, maybe it'll share why. No, really no reason here. All right, so that's it. Go back to my buy box. So there's a 4-2. that there. Copy and paste the rest. As you can see, doing your work, it's very mundane and very boring, but you gotta do your work. All right. So August, it's 18 days. So September 5th. Go. Price of this property is 28900. 42. I need to write that here sometimes. I don't think it's necessary all the time, but 42. Let's go down. See. Oh, see, sometimes right here it actually gives you the estimate of the property, but also the rent. So saves us a step. 2962 is how much it is. All right, so let's go down. Let's kind of see the history of what's happening here. It's been out on June 14. There was a price change, listing removed, list for sale, listing removed, and then listing for sale is the 289. They didn't really drop the price that much. They only dropped it about 2%. So, but having said that, you know, it's 9% yield. But let's take a look at the picture real quick here. Outside, detached garage. Now this area, doing an ADU, it may not make sense. Inside, actually looks pretty solid. I kind of like it. Basement is done, which is sometimes rare for houses here. All right, it's solid here. It's been up for 10 days. There was price cut from July for about 6K. So usually in this case with a 9% yield, what I do know is I do an average yield for this zip code and buy box, which is 2%. So 9% is, 7% above the average yield. However, I'm looking not just for a good deal, but a great deal. So yeah, usually if it comes up as a great deal, I have a conditional formatting with where it turns green there. So I want at least 11%, I believe. But it might be something that I inquire, because another thing that I do here, a little bonus for all you, is I copy and paste this. Oops. So what I sometimes do, I copy and paste this, and I play around with the numbers. So I get this, I'll copy here, and I kind of play around with it where it's 289, and maybe I'm like, maybe I could do a disrespectful offer, do something like 200 or 220, and then see with everything the same what the yield would be. And so this yield would be 23%. So that's a great deal. So that's something that I would, consider as I talk with my realtor. Is that an offer that I should do? And so it's interesting. Another thing that I look at is where it is. I know this area really well, so looking at the street view is pretty important. So right there, that's where the property is. It is right off the street here, so it's not great. However, this area is very safe, and it's very close to hospitals and the school as well. So it's not bad. I might actually ask my realtor what's happening with this property and see what happens. Wish me luck.